Good morning, good afternoon, or evening, everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rahma, and I'm an Indonesian literature student at Pamulang University. Today, I'm going to talk about one beautiful part of Indonesian culture, which is Batik Truntum. I've divided my presentation into three main parts. First of all, I will talk about the origin of Batik Truntum. Second, we'll look at the meaning of Batik Truntum. And finally, I will tell you about how this traditional pattern is used in modern times. My presentation will take around 5 minutes, but it might take a little longer. There'll be plenty of time for questions at the end, so feel free to drop them in the comment section. Let's start with the origins of Batik Truntum. This batik motif was created by Queen Kencana, the wife of Sultan Pakubuwono III from Surakarta. She created this motif during a time of sadness, as her husband planned to marry another woman to have an heir. To express her feelings, the queen passionately made the truntum motif by hand with great dedication. This dedication caught the king's attention and made him curious about the batik making process. Over time, the king's love for her grew again. The word truntum comes from the Javanese word tumaruntum, which means to grow again. This motif symbolizes sincere love and affection that continues to grow. Now, moving on to the meaning. Batik truntum is made of small star-like or flower-like shapes that represent guidance and everlasting affection. Because of this meaning, the pattern is often used in Japanese wedding ceremonies. Usually, parents of the bride and groom wear it to symbolize their guidance and love as their children into a new chapter of life. Next, let's continue with how Batik Truntum is used today. Even with its traditional background, the pattern remains popular in modern fashion. Many designers use it for clothing, accessories, and home decor. This shows that Indonesian culture stay relevant and admired by younger generation. If you are interested in buying or seeing the batik making process of Batik Truntum directly, you can easily find it in traditional batik centers such as Solo and Yogyakarta. Many local artisans still produce this pattern manually using classic canting technique. You can also find modern version in batik boutiques, online stores, and even contemporary fashion brands that collaborate with local batik makers. So, before the end of my presentation, we'll look at three main points. First, I'll talk about the origin of Batik Truntum. Then, we'll look at the meaning behind the pattern and why it is often used in Japanese wedding ceremonies. And finally, I told you about how Batik Truntum is used in modern times and where it can be worn or bought, so you can still experience this tradition today. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them now.